Here we have verse 29 of the 5th chapter of the Gospel of John. John is framing a conversation between Jesus and the religious leaders. It may have been one conversation, or this may represent various strands of multiple conversations, but there's certainly a kind of direction to the flow of it. Jesus has just advised them, referring apparently to the final resurrection at the end of time, at the consummation of human history, that those who are in the graves, in the tombs, are going to hear the voice of the Son of Man, to whom judgment has been assigned, borrowing that Son of Man figure from Daniel chapter 7, and apparently applying it here. Well, when those people hear the voice of the Son of Man, something is going to happen, and that's what Jesus begins to delineate here, in which he says kai and then ekporusontai. This is from peruomai. It's a deponent verb. It means I go. This is the third person plural, future active indicative, so they will go. But of course the ek at the beginning of it, that preposition, means to go out. And so, and they will go out, and then we ask, well, who is going out? And it's going to be hoi, the, ta, the, agatha. So ta agatha means the good things. This is the accusative, plural, neuter, good things is the idea. So the good things, poiesontes, having done, from poieo, to make or to do. This is the participle. Hoi, poiesontes goes together, and then these two words go together. So the article here is tied to poiesontes. Ta agatha is a little package within that participle phrase. So the good things having done is the idea. We would translate it simply, those who have done good things, eis anastasin, into a resurrection. Anastasin, of course, to stand up is literally the idea of it. The English name Anastasia, of course, comes from this. Eis anastasin, into a resurrection, zoes, of life. So some of those who hear the voice of the Son of Man at the end of history will go out of their graves. These are the ones who have practiced good things, who have done good things, and they're going to go into a resurrection of life. Hoi da, but the tafaula, things. And again, we have the same arrangement here. The foul things, or the evil things, the having practiced. Proxontes. Interesting difference between the word poiesontes and the word proxontes. Proxontes is from praso. It means to practice. It has built within it an idea of an ongoing, sort of continuous practice in doing something, not simply a one-time thing, but a sort of continuing kind of habit, you might say. So Jesus says the one who does the good things has a resurrection unto life, but those who practice these foul or evil things also go out of their tombs into anastasin, same word as before, a resurrection not of life, but of chryseos. In the genitive, chryseos from chrysis means judgment. So one is resurrected to life, the other is resurrected to judgment. And the judgment, of course, at least impliedly, is going to be an adjudication of the nature of the life that's been lived. Interestingly, Jesus doesn't say that those who have done good things are going to face a judgment, but the conversation seems to be involving here a judgment of guilt or innocence. We're told elsewhere by the Apostle Paul that we will all stand before the judgment seat of Christ. But in that case, it's commonly understood that the judgment at that point is not a judgment of guilt or innocence, but is rather an adjudication of one's life and the distribution of rewards based on how a person has lived their life.